Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is an enduring classic.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
She imagines successful advanced procedures in use today, like tissue reanimation, defibrillation, and organ transplants. But when Shelley published her book in 1818, these medical processes existed only in the form of early, extremely crude experiments. One experimental surgeon, Dr. John Hunter, had transplanted a molar in the late 1700s, and he was convinced many more living substances could be successfully transplanted if only they were brought together correctly. Turns out, he was right. Experimentation was rampant from the 1600s through the early 1900s, with doctors trying all kinds of blood and tissue transfers on humans and animals. Tales spread of botched transfusions of sheep's blood into humans, and of organ transplants that seemed successful but left their subjects dead just a few days later. Slowly, scientists were learning about the complex factors involved in successful transplantation: immunology, blood typing, host resistance, and suturing techniques. And in 1954 came a breakthrough in Boston. Dr. Joseph E. Murray completed the first successful living-related kidney transplant from one identical twin to another. That gave way to a slew of firsts that began in the 60s. The first successful pancreas kidney transplant, transplants of the liver, the heart, the lungs, the intestine, and the advances kept pushing organ transplants forward. In the early 2000s, the next frontier was the face transplant. The first partial face transplant succeeded in 2005 on a woman whose nose, chin, and lips had been disfigured after her dog attacked her. 5 years later, in 2010, a Spanish man received the world's first full face transplant. Meanwhile, procedures like kidney transplants have become routine. But because many countries suffer from a shortfall in organ donations, companies like Organovo are trying to develop 3D printed artificial human tissue that's safe for transplantation. 3D printed organs may sound fantastical, like the stuff of Frankenstein's monster. And the science isn't there yet. But if these companies succeed, they could reduce the long donation waiting lists, full of people desperate for organs that could save their lives.
Hey NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.